All right, guys, this week for Weapons Wednesday, I've got something very different than we've ever done before. And I've got Will and Amanda here, and both of you have no idea what we're going to do this week, right?
Nope.
Okay,
No clue.
So it's going to be a big surprise, and it's going to really involve both of you a lot. So I think it's going to be pretty exciting. I'm just going to preface this video by saying that this video is for entertainment purposes only. Do not try any of this at home, but here's what we're going to do. All right, I'm going to take out a little bit of money. Woo! Yeah. All right, so I'm going to give you, Will, $30.
All right.
I'm going to give you $30, Amanda. And I've got $30. So what we're going to do is this is called the Improvised Weapon Challenge. We're going to go to the hardware store and we're going to go and search around and try to create our own weapons that we can use as improvised weapons. So then, after we each create our own weapon, we're going to test them out, and then you as the audience are going to vote on which weapon is the best weapon that you would want in a situation where you needed a really cool weapon. And then we'll reveal the winner next week. So I'm really excited about this. I think it's going to be an awesome challenge.
I am not mechanically inclined, so this will be interesting.
Okay, this is going to be fun. So, all right, well, before we begin, if you could just like this video and subscribe to our channel, that would be awesome. All right, so we're on our way down to the hardware store, and here's what I'm kind of thinking is we each go our own separate way once we get there, and then we check out separately. Like, I don't think we should see what each other are buying because I don't want to give each other ideas on anything. So I think that'll be good. Are you okay back there, Amanda?
I am okay back
It's a
there.
little cramped.
So I'm normally behind the camera, so this is kind of weird filming myself doing something here, but I think I'm going to try to make a spear weapon, so we'll see if I can find anything like that.
All right, here I have something pretty interesting. I've got a knife that's used for drywall. It's got a pretty cool attachment here. I'm thinking maybe I can attach this to like a broom handle or something. That would be cool, wouldn't it?
All right, guys, so I've been walking around Home Depot for a while now, and I have all kinds of little parts and pieces that I'm thinking I can make something pretty cool with, but I'm not going to tell you what it is yet.
So I'm the first one done, and I ended up spending $25.15, so I'm definitely within the budget for that, which is good. Still, I'm going to keep saying this the entire time. I have no idea what I'm doing.
So my total today came to a whopping $20.73. What can I say? I'm cheap.
All right, I'm just leaving the hardware store, and my grand total came to $27.48 with tax. So I think I did pretty well. Now let's go back and see what I can make with all this stuff. Okay, so this is everything I bought. Now I think the first thing I'm going to do is take this cap here, and I'm going to drill it so this bolt can go through the cap. So let's start with that. Okay, so I use the drill press to drill through the cap and hook the bolt through the cap with a nut, and now I'm going to sharpen this bolt. All right, so as you can see, I ground down a tip on this thing, and it looks pretty awesome. I could have used a lathe, but I ended up using a grinder instead, just because I want to keep this video simple and use the most simple tools possible for making this thing. So, looks pretty awesome. I like it. All right, so now I took this cap that I made and hooked a piece of PVC into it, and then hooked this reducer onto the end of that, just to connect it to its next piece. So it's coming together. All right, so now I took the cable that I bought and put a swag sleeve on it, and I'm putting it through the male end of the quick connect. So I think we're gonna have a pretty cool mechanism here. So let's see how this goes. All right, so next I took the quick connect coupler and connected it to the handle that I had made. So now I just have to make the other part. All right, so the next thing I did is I drilled out this quick connect here so that my cable could go through it. All right, so I took another swag sleeve and hooked it to the cable on the other side and hooked it through the quick connect coupler. So now I've got it looking like this. So it's coming along. Okay, so here's what I have. And what I want to do is I'm going to cut right here and cut the threads off here. And then that'll make a complete handle that's the same size as this handle. So let's do that next. There we go. I just spray painted it black and I'm going to let it dry for the night. So we'll see how it looks tomorrow.
So since I have no idea what I'm doing, I'm going to cheat a little bit and get help from our machinist Paris. So that's gonna be fun.
So yesterday, Will and Amanda and I each had $30 to go to the hardware store and choose whatever we wanted to make our own improvised weapon. Now today, we're going to unveil the weapons and actually test them out on some of these items here. So I'm pretty excited about this. Why don't we go ahead and start with Will? Why don't you come in and show us what you made?
All right, guys, let's take a look here.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you the Harpoon of Doom.
Harpoon of Doom, I love it.
So we got it here. As you can see, it's a pretty long weapon, good and rangy. And yeah, the composition of it, what we got here is a broom handle coupler, a metal coupler, that then attaches to a drywall jab blade. So if anyone has worked in drywall before, they probably used one of these things. And these things are pretty sturdy, really sharp. So,
nice, can I see it?
Yeah.
Oh wow, okay, so you used, this is a coupler reducer it looks like?
Yeah.
Oh, that was smart.
Yeah.
And that's on, ooh, that's on nice and tight. I like that. Ooh, this is solid, very sturdy. Ooh, that blade. Oh, I see why you chose this blade, because this blade is actually pretty strong.
Yeah, strong and also but light enough, because the whole idea with this is going to be it can both fly through the air and then also be able to jab with a lot of power too.
So you're going to throw it? Is that what you're thinking?
I'm going to try. We'll see how it works, you know?
Pretty awesome. I like that. You can use it as a bow staff, you could slash with it, you could throw it. That's what we want. We want something that can do everything. So
versatility, versatility.
Good idea, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you want to try hitting with this thing?
Well, I think this can do a pretty sturdy job against the watermelon here.
Nice.
But I also kind of want to test its range out on one of these bottles of soda too.
On a Dr. Thunder.
I think it's got what it takes to destroy it. I think it's got what it takes.
So if you didn't see last week's video, Will and I actually destroyed some of these, and they made the biggest messes I think we've ever made in any of our videos. So that's awesome. Yeah, if you can actually throw and harpoon this thing, that'll be impressive.
We'll see if I got the accuracy.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go outside and actually test this thing out then.
Absolutely.
All right. Let's do it. All right. So we're going to start with a slice, right?
Absolutely.
All right. So let's first just give it a good slice. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Nice. Okay, so sadly, when you went to hit the watermelon, the blade actually broke off.
Yeah.
But you figured out a way to reinforce it better, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And what we ended up doing is going and drilling through the cast iron coupler here and installing a rivet into it. And it feels really, really secure now. So I'm looking forward a lot to doing some harpooning out here onto our bottle of soda.
All right, let's do it.
Let's give it a go.
Okay, so that was awesome. That was one of the best explosions I've seen yet. And this held up really nicely, right?
Yeah, perfect shape, blade intact, everything good.
I love it. Awesome, awesome. All right, let's go back inside and see what Amanda's got for us. So that was so awesome seeing Will's Harpoon of Doom. And now we've got Amanda, but just be prepared. At the end of the video, you're going to be able to vote on which one you like best. So yeah, Amanda, why don't you go ahead and bring up your weapon?
All right.
Okay, you got a box. And this is a knife we showed off last week. It's become my new box cutter. I absolutely love this knife. So cool. So go ahead.
Thank you. Couldn't really fit very well in the box, but that's okay.
All right, unveil your weapon.
All right.
Oh, wow.
I have this.
That's just like something in Fallout. I love that.
Yes. So this is called the Saw Blade Zombie Slayer is what I named it. So.
Ooh, very post-apocalyptic. I like
Yes.
that. Okay, so what do you do with this thing?
I mean, literally either just chopping or slashing really is kind of the main things for it. If I had a little bit more time, I could have done more with it, but I'm also not a machinist, so this is the best I could do.
I think you did pretty well. Can I see it?
Yeah.
I like how you painted it black too. That's nice and stealthy. Oh, that's a nice sharp blade too. I like that. And as far as weight goes, that's pretty nice. Like I think you could do some major damage with this thing. Heck yeah, and it's got a good range to it. I like that. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's awesome. All right, so what are you thinking you want to hit with this thing?
Obviously one of the Dr. Thunders, and then the pineapple.
The pineapple, that sounds great. Cool, cool. All right, so let's go outside and see how the Saw Blade Zombie Slayer does against a Dr. Thunder and a pineapple. All right, let's go.
Got it.
Okay, so first you're gonna start with slicing the pineapple, right?
Yep.
Just a side swing. Perfect, let's do it.
Super easy.
Nice. Well, that was awesome. You actually cut right through it really cleanly. I like that. How did it feel holding it?
It didn't feel too bad, but I also don't have the same kind of force and power that you and Will have, so I'm kind of happy that I did that.
Yeah, that's actually pretty impressive. All right, so now we're going to take the Dr. Thunder and put it like this, and you're going to try to chop it. Is that right?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay, I'm excited for this. Let's shake it up really well. Oh, this is going to be huge. I'm actually going to take this off, and you can chop right into it. Wow, this is going to be so bad.
This is going to be very interesting, that's for sure.
All right, let's do it. Well, that was pretty awesome. Looks like you hit it right there and sliced through, and that was a pretty good explosion. I like that.
Mainly on myself, so I can't even be mad at you this time.
So yeah, awesome, cool. All right, well, let's go back inside and I'll show you guys what I made. Well, that was so awesome. I absolutely love both Amanda and Will's weapons so far. So make sure you guys are ready to vote for them. I was so impressed with the splash that Amanda's weapon did. In fact, that's why, if any of you were questioning why I was wearing this shirt that's clearly way too small for me, it's because I wanted to wear a shirt that was old because I knew it was going to get messy today. So without further ado, let's go on to the item that I made. Will, why don't you hand me that?
Here we go.
Awesome. Well, I am excited to show you guys this. It was kind of cool. While I was walking around the hardware store, I actually came up with a couple of different ideas, and I kind of just decided upon this one. I think it turned out pretty good, but I don't know how well it would stand up to Amanda or Will's weapon, because I love the fact that theirs were long-range weapons and short-range weapons. Mine is a little bit different. All right, so this is the spear chucks. So as you can see, we've got a spear that we can use to penetrate something, but we also have this quick connect button here. I can just hit, and it turns into a pair of chucks with a spike on the end. So you might want to move real quick. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, you could strike with that little spike. Look at that. Ooh, I like that. And then when you want to put them back into the spear, just close it up, connects, and we have a solid spear. So pretty awesome little weapon for just finding parts at a hardware store and throwing something together really quick. So I kind of like it.
What things do you want to try to destroy with this today?
What are we going to destroy today? I mean, we don't have a lot of choices here, so I guess we'll start with the watermelon, and then we'll hit one of these Dr. Thunders. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the watermelon with just kind of a basic strike, like an under the armpit strike like that. Yeah. Try to hit it with the spike. And then for the Dr. Thunder, I'll probably do an overhand swing like that and try to destroy it that way. So I think that'll be pretty cool. So yeah, let's go ahead and go outside and test this thing out. Well, that was pretty awesome, right?
Absolutely.
It was so much fun.
All right, so which weapon did you guys like best out of all of those? You're going with your own?
I
Okay,
kind of liked
yeah.
mine, yeah.
So yeah, we'll have to ask the audience what they think. So make sure you guys put in the comments which one you like the best. Also, I'm going to have a poll on the community screen for you guys to vote on whichever one you like. And then we'll just tell you next week which one won that little competition that we had. But yeah, so if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel. And check out KarateMart.com because we've got all sorts of really cool weapons on there. But until next week, we'll see you Weapons Wednesday.